What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Freedom Fire podcast, where we want to stoke the flames of freedom every single day. My name is Kendall Bowman, and guys, I want to start off the show with a question. Tell me down in the comments what you guys think is more important. Do you think that politics or culture is more important? And tell me why. And the reason why I asked you that question is because of this story right here from the post-millennial, words are hard. Breaking: Jack Posobiec leads thousands in an LA protest in LA to protest honoring of anti-Christian drag nun group. Christians block the entrance to Dodger Stadium. A quote from some of the protesters there: "This is love. This is Christ's love. This is God's love. This is the love for our families. It's the love for our way of life, the love for our religion, the love for those who came before us." Thousands of Christians took to the streets outside Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles on Friday afternoon and evening to protest the honoring of an anti-Catholic drag nun group, Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. Christians shut down the main entrance to the stadium, and traffic came to a halt. Now, what is this anti-Christian group? It is a group called the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. Okay, what this does, or what this group essentially does, is they hate Christians, and that's about it. That's literally their only purpose, is to spread hate for a group of people called Christians. That's it. That is the only purpose for this group. Now, some of us might consider that a hate group. I mean, that sounds about right. The only purpose they have is to spread hate for Christians. Kind of like, the KKK's job back in the day, or still is today, is to spread hate for black people. I mean, if we have in the Constitution, we have a right to our religion for a very specific reason. It's because science has yet to disprove God. We can't disprove God. You look at a lot of the things that science has said that is going to disprove God. Let's look at the Big Bang Theory. How do you know? First of all, how did all of these things? Where did all the things that caused the Big Bang come from? You know what I'm saying? They say that it was this proton and this neutron collided, and then it exploded. It caused the Big Bang. Okay, but where did those things come from? They don't have an answer. And even if the Big Bang did happen, how do you know God didn't cause it? How do we know? You can't know. There's certain things that the scientific community will try to put out there to try to disprove God. And every single time, they fail. Every time. And that is why I don't believe that an atheistic culture is going to be able to create a moral culture. Okay? Because right now in our society, we need a culture, we need morals that cannot compromise. That's the reality. We need morals in this company that cannot compromise. We need to say, no, we're not going to compromise on transgenderism. We're not going to compromise on gay marriage. We're not going to compromise on, enter evil leftist garbage here. That is the reality of the situation. Those are the morals that we need to be able to fix this country and to put this country back in place. And that is not going to come from an atheistic society. It's not. We keep trying to use government to fix this country, and it's not working. Because it's not the government will be fixed when the culture is fixed. That's the reality. The government will be fixed when the culture is fixed. Let's continue to read. This is from Savannah Hernandez. Breaking. Thousands of Catholics have shut down the main entrance to Dodger Stadium on Vince Scully Avenue in protest of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence being honored tonight. They are now lining the sidewalks and have taken over the entire block. They marched to the stadium after a rally where speakers encouraged the crowd to stand true to their beliefs. Save our children, they chanted in English and Spanish. See, that's another thing, is the left really loves this atheistic cult, really likes to push really tries to push race into things, not realizing that a lot of Spanish people are actually Catholic and don't stand for the whole, evil genital mutilation of children type stuff. Yeah, they're not really into that, or they tend not to be. Let's continue. The LA Dodgers had no idea what they were getting into when they teamed up with anti-Catholic drag group, the Sisters of Indulgence. The Dodgers invited the drag nuns who engaged in ritual blasphemy and encouraged followers to go out and sin some more, to be honored as part of their pride celebration during a ball game. The group routinely stages salacious ritual performances mocking Catholics and their faith. I'm not going to play this video because it's incredibly inappropriate, but just you can see the imagery from the little thumbnail there. This is from Texas Family Protect. Disturbing. Tonight, the Dodgers are honoring this group of drag queens at the ballpark. Their motto, go and sin some more. Shameful. As soon as Catholics got wind of it, they encouraged the Dodgers to pull the group, which it did, only to walk it back. On Friday afternoon in LA, Catholics and other religious leaders made their views known at a rally before marching to the stadium. A rabbi spoke in solidarity with the Catholics who did not appreciate Major League Baseball mocking their religion. Jack Posobiec spoke to the crowd, leading the faithful in Latin prayer. We are here today not out of hatred, Posobiec said, noting that the events inside the stadium were sacrilegious in nature and that people were there not out of bigotry. We are here and they'll never understand this. They'll never understand what we do because this is from love. This is love. This is Christ's love. This is God's love. This is the love of our families. It's the love of our way of life, the love for our religion, the love for those who came before us, Posobiec said. And in this instance, we are here to defend the nuns, the sisters, the women who put their lives on the line, the women who put their blood on the line time and time again, whether it be in Mexico or Spain or Russia or Poland or any of the places where the nuns were killed, where the nuns were attacked and destroyed in the name of their religion. The same nuns who give their lives, who work their fingers to the bone for the poor, for the children, for the people who need it. Sisters across the world have stepped out to help people in need and taken vows of poverty and chastity, only to be brutally murdered by cruel dictators for their efforts. This is true in Central America, Eastern Europe, and Asia, and still sisters engage in the Lord's work. Posobiec studied at Catholic schools and learned from sisters who were also teachers, and in remembering the lessons he learned, he relayed to the crowd, I will never stand down, I will never be silent, I will never go home. You are about to activate every single Catholic, every single Christian, every single religious believer in this entire country. I believe in my heart of hearts because when one of these freaks put on that makeup and claim that they're a sister, a member of a religious order, we know that's an illusion. We know that is false. Guys, I want you to really just sit there and be honest with yourself for a moment. What do you think is a better message? Okay? What do you think is a better message? Do you think that it is a better message to tell people to go and sin some more? Because, let's be honest, sin can mean a lot of different things. Sin is a word that encompasses many, many actions, okay? Sin, in the eyes of God, can be anything from, stealing a piece of candy from a convenience store to going and murdering someone. Okay? So what do they mean by go and sin some more? Well, that's up to the person who's hearing it, who's hearing them say that. My question is, do you think it is better to tell people, hey, go and sin some more, go indulge some more, go show the worst part of yourselves to the world? Or do you think it's better to tell people, hey, let's not do that. Let's not sin. Let's not go do evil things. Let's not go murder people. Let's not go steal from people. Let's not go show hate towards other groups of people. You see what I'm saying? What do you tell me down in the comments? What do you think is the better message? Because the further that we have gotten away from God, this country was founded on Christian values and Christian beliefs. And the further that we have gotten away from following God, and yeah, I'll admit to you, not every Christian is a good person. That's a fact. Not every Christian is a good person. Or not everyone who claims to be a Christian is a good person. That's reality. However, the further that we have gotten away from God, the worse that this country has become. That's reality. I want to share with you a statistic that I saw. This is the numbers from the Department of Education. Okay? From the Department of Education. The average amount of cases every single year for a Catholic priest sexually abusing a child. 200 cases per year. Now, as a Christian myself, I don't necessarily agree a lot with the religion of the Catholics. We might disagree on some things, and that's fine. But I think, as a Christian, that that's wrong. Obviously. 200 cases a year of sexual abuse of children. Everyone agrees that's not good. 200 cases. However, I want to compare that to public school employees. Public school employees. On average, every year, public school employee, there will be this many cases of public school employees sexually abusing children. I just told you the number for Catholic priests. Let's compare that to public school employees. The number of cases is 29,000. 29,000 cases every year of a public school employee sexually abusing a child. I will 100% agree with you that the 200 cases of Catholic priests sexually abusing children is 200 too many. That should never happen. But if you are going to sit here and talk garbage about a religion or about a group of people, then you'd better be able to call yourself out too. 29,000 cases of public school employees sexually abusing children every year. Yet, whereas Catholic priests are called rapists and pedophiles, public school employees are called heroes for, going to work during COVID, for just doing their job. Which, in reality, the majority of them are not doing their jobs. They're either being crappy teachers, abusing their authority as a teacher over your children, or, sexually abusing them. Like I just said, 29,000 freaking cases every year. You can sit there all day and say, oh, Christians have done this, Christians have done that, and I'll agree with you that all of it is bad. But if you're going to do that, you need to call yourself out too. And that's what these atheists never do. They never call themselves out. The further that we have gotten away from God, the worse this country has become. You look at abortion numbers. Guys, do you not understand? I want to just think for a second about how evil this is. Okay? There are more black babies in New York. In the state of New York, there are more black babies who are aborted than are born. There are more that are killed in the womb than are born. Do you know what that means? It means that many years from now, there won't be any black people in New York. Because they're not producing enough children to replace the older generations, which means the black population in New York is dying off. Now, there might be some people that end up moving there, sure. But guys, this is evil. Margaret Sanger herself, the founder of Planned Parenthood, she herself was a eugenicist who said that black people, she wanted to erase black people from the gene pool. Guys, this is evil. We should have zero compromise as a society with this level of evil. Yet the morals, quote unquote morals of politics, the compromise has gotten us here. So that leads me back to my question. What is more important? Changing politics or changing the culture? Guys, you don't have to believe in God. I'm not here to change your mind about God. That's not my job. My job is to pray for you, to love you, and to try to be the best example that I can of a good person to you, of a godly person to you. That's it. That's all I'm here to do. And I'm here to give you the message about the incredible life God can give you. But guys, the culture has to change. And that is not going to happen until people begin to recognize these simple things. One, God loves you very much. God loves you. God wants to give you a better life in Him and under His protection. Now, that doesn't mean your life isn't going to be hard. That doesn't mean you're never going to struggle again, right? He never said you wouldn't struggle. In fact, He said you would. He said in this life you're going to have struggles. You're going to have hard times. But God is able to give you strength to get through those hard times if you will accept Him. Secondly, we need to begin to understand that hell is real. Guys, hell is real. If there's evil in the world, which we all know that there is, just turn on the news and you can see evil everywhere. If there's evil in the world, then there must be good. Where did those things come from? Where did the morals that are ingrained in ourselves, where did those morals come from? Where'd they come from? I personally believe that God imprinted these morals onto our hearts. Now, you can numb yourself to those morals if you go against them long enough and you ignore them long enough. But the majority of us are not able to do that because we are actually moral human beings, or we try to be. Guys, we need to get back to Christian values. Okay? We need to. And despite what the left is going to say, the left, the KKK were Christians. No, they weren't. You can claim to be something that doesn't mean you are. Okay, you have to understand, being a Christian is not just something that you say you are. It is a lifestyle that you live out. Okay, it is a lifestyle that you live. Now, me personally, just because you call yourself something doesn't mean that you are that thing. It's kind of like these leftists, claiming that they're a man or a woman when they're not. Just because you say that you are something doesn't mean you are. In the example of whether you're a Christian or not, it's not just about what you say. It's not about getting on Twitter and putting some scriptures out there for other people to see. That's called religion. Jesus was against religion. Jesus was about having a relationship with God. These the Pharisees and the Sadducees had used their religion to replace their relationship with God. They used their religious tradition to replace their relationship with God. They used their religious laws to replace their relationship with God. They were out here doing all these religious traditions. Meanwhile, God's just sitting here saying, I just want a relationship with you. You don't have to do all these different religious traditional stuff. I just want a relationship with you. I just want you to know me. Because if you don't know me, then you cannot enter my kingdom. Guys, hell is real. It is real. You don't got to believe me. I'm just a messenger. I'm just doing my job of sending the message to you. Hell is real. It's real. You don't got to believe me. That's fine. I just want to put that in your heart. And say, look, man, the further we've gotten away from God, the worse this country has gotten. What does that tell you? It tells you we should probably go back to Christian morals. The Christian morals that this country was founded on. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know that God has had he's had a big effect on my life. Having a relationship with God has saved me in some very specific moments in my life. And he can do that for you. The question is are you he's waiting on all of you to open up your heart, to allow him to change you. He's just waiting on you, guys. He's waiting on you. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I will have another show coming for you guys on Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and share the show with your friends. Follow me on all the socials down in the description, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we put out new videos. And guys, please, just open your hearts. Open your hearts. Open up a Bible and read it without the attitude of trying to disprove it. Just read it for what it is. Just read it for what it is. Maybe God will do something in your life if you really open up your heart and really try to connect with him. I'm going to leave it there. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.